Hi there, my name is Sara Sarhangpour. I am the illustrator of Willa and Wade in the Way Up There, and I'm also this year's 2025 TD Summer Reading Club Web Comic Creator. Today we're gonna tour my studio / office space and have a little draw along. So let's get into it.
Okay, so here is my office / studio space. And I have been working since I was a kid, really. This is my childhood home. And you can see my cat Ernie sleeping on his little cat tower. I have a desk where I do much of my work, and my cat Ernie loves to nap by the window and join me while I silently work. I have a lot of artwork from my friends who are fellow artists all around the room. Here's my dog Teddy. He's a huge inspiration for my work. And I have a lot of artwork from my niece and my nephew and postcards that my friends have given me, and like lovely art from other artists that I really admire. And postcards, more postcards. These are all of my sketchbooks. Not all of them, but current ones. They've all been through a lot, and they all hold different things. Okay, so currently these are the sketchbooks I'm using. I have an agenda, and I have this giant sketchbook right now that I can do ink and gouache and other experiments on. Nothing too crazy. I mean, it really, really varies. I'm really all over the place. Truly. So, we're looking through my sketchbook. Lots of tiny little doodles in pen or pencil. And ink. Now, this particular notebook I use to plan out my process and track all my work. And this is my bookshelf, and I wanted to share some recommendations of graphic novels and comics. So this is The Lucky Poor by Macy Levy. It is very good. This is The Adventures of Scooby-Doo by Cathon. And this is The Doubtful Guest. And I really love The Cursed Vampire by Madeline McCrane. Now, that's my drawing table. I haven't used it very much because I do have my drawing tablet, but on the drawing table I do store a lot of stuff, like these stickers that I've made. That's my raccoon sticker. But I should really start using this table more often. How I make my stickers, by the way, is I use the Silhouette machine. It cuts the stickers with a needle, and that's my printer that I print out prints and posters that you can see right here, and stickers on. So yeah, it's my own little studio in here. Now, in this house, for some reason, I have a sink in here, which is great actually because I am a painter as well. So here's some old paintings from maybe the last 5 years, and these are pretty big. And these are more recent paintings of Willa and Wade for a show that I had. And this was a solo show all about Teddy, my dog. So apart from painting traditionally, I do have this set up. I have a big tablet / monitor, as you can see here, that I do a lot of important work on, like my TD Summer Reading Club webcomic. I also have my iPad, and this really helps me sketch out and form early ideas for comics or books. Super easy to carry around.
So for the draw along, we're going to be drawing Willa and Wade. Feel free to pause the video as many times as you need. Have fun!
So now we're going to draw Willa. Willa starts with a small circle for her head. So we're going to draw that. And after we have a small circle, at the base of her neck, we add a backwards S shape. It's kind of like a curved line. And from there, for her body, we have a semicircle. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's kind of lumpy. And for her tail, we have 3 loops. Now we're going to fill out that neck and make it just a bit thicker. At the base of her neck, draw some flower petals for her feathers. So in that small circle, we had 2 more smaller circles. And in those 2 smaller circles, we had, you guessed it, 2 more smaller circles. And for her nose, we're going to have a little sideways carrot shape and 2 lines for her thin eyebrows and for the 2 little hairs on her head. And then we add 3 loop-de-loops or U shapes for her wings. And for her really long legs, we have tree trunks or tubes. So draw those out. And I think I'm gonna fix them actually, because they're not quite right. They're kind of off to the side of her body. So I'm gonna fix that. Great. So in the middle of each leg, add a semicircle for her wobbly knees. Erase the tree trunk line where the knee is. Now at the base of each leg, draw 2 ovals for her shoes. Just above her ankles, draw a curved V shape to show where the top of her sneaker is. Draw 2 horizontal lines for her sock and sock stripe near her calf. On her shoes, draw 2 straight lines for her laces with a bow on top. Another straight line should be placed at the top of the sneaker. On the side of each sneaker, draw a circle. And then erase the lines where her wings meet her body and where her head and her neck connect. And there's Willa. Now let's move on to Wade. Now we're going to draw Wade, the penguin. Start by drawing a horizontal oval shape for the head and body. The head would be a bit smaller than the oval for the body. Form Wade's body by connecting the circle and oval together, as seen here. You can see that he's kind of turned to one side, and then we're going to erase those inside lines. So now it's one blob. Now we're going to draw 2 small circles where his head is, and inside of each circle a smaller circle for the pupils. Add a small oval in between Wade's eyes. That's going to be his beak, and 2 really big circles for his glasses with a curved line in the middle. 2 curved lines for his hair, and 2 ovals again for his bushy eyebrows. Now we're going to draw his arms, which are basically 2 long kind of U shapes. Now add a semicircle for Wade's tummy. Now let's draw Wade's boots. His legs are almost as big as 2 tiny squares at the base of his body, and joining them, draw 2 ovals for his feet. Erase the inside lines to form two kind of sock shapes. So you could say his feet are kind of like socks. Halfway through his calf, you can draw a straight line to show where his boots start. And that's basically Wade. I hope that made sense. Now I'm just kind of erasing some things and adding the finishing touches, and that's Wade.
So that was the end of the tour and the draw along / workshop. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you guys have a great summer. And please consider checking out the TD Summer Reading Club website for more fun activities. Check out Willa and Wade in the Way up there. And keep reading and keep drawing. Bye!